Welcome to the condo tour. So today I'm doing my official condo tour. As you guys saw, I stay at the trendy condominium in Watahana. I'll probably check that up, but yeah, I'll get it together. Follow me. So my condominium's a serviced condominium. So my condominium doubles as a serviced condominium also because there are guests that stay here that are on long-term contracts, right? So some guests are here for a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, well with under a year. But for me, I'm here for a year. Well, at least my lease is here for a year. I don't know where I'm going to go next, but welcome to my condo. One of the things that's very unique about here, you have to have key access to certain floors. All right. So I live at the very top, the 17th floor, and you can only get there with a key. So yeah, this side is actually a mall. So I actually have a shopping mall built into my condominium. Many of the places that they offer here in a shopping mall. So the only thing they don't have that kind of disappointing, they don't have a grocery store. There's actually no grocery store. There's a small convenience store, but it's not 24 hours. It actually closes, but there's a 7-Eleven on each side of the street, so it doesn't matter. Here we have dry cleanings. We have visa services. Also, if you need to get on prep or get tested because you freaky time, there's actually a massage parlor right there. There's some ATMs here also. ATMs where you can withdraw cash. How's it go? Many different businesses. Yeah. So this is a pool hall, which is in here, right in my building. Yeah. Food and coffee, breakfast, cafe. Like I said, visa services. So if you need to do visa, any visa things you can do outside of the immigration office, you can actually do here. There's like 5 of them in this building. There's a Dunkin' Donuts. Here's the escalators. Like I said, there's another visa place right there. There's a food place built into it here. Also, Piri Piri is really great. Breakers, another pool bar. This is actually a Korean barbecue spot. It actually tastes really delicious. This is a dentist office. Now there's like 29 floors on this side. 29 floors on this side. I believe there's a dentist office on at least 7 of the floors. So if you don't like the price from one place, you can go compare the price to another place. Here's the elevator. You can take the elevator up. Like I said, it's 29 floors. Here you are, boom. Yeah, ground floor. So it's 29 floors, multiple dentist office, every business you see here, there's gonna be multiples of that business. Here's a clinic, a quick clinic. Now healthcare in Thailand, dentistry, cosmetic work, is all very affordable. And these clinics, you can go there for anything. Anything you go for. I mean, you pay out of pocket, you're not paying an arm and a leg, it's not expensive at all. I actually went there because I wanted to get tested for COVID. Even though you can get a COVID test at 7-Eleven, I actually went there to get COVID tested. There's 29 floors, like I said. Huge. This is the open area. Yeah. It's beautiful. Elevator. All the way down. Yeah. Yeah, this place is the place I'm always eating at most of the time. You guys see me. I'm actually not going anywhere and exploring. I'm just right here. They actually can take the escalator up. You know, do a little discovery. Also in the lobby, there's 2 more eateries and bars in the lobby, the main lobby, down the hall. Yeah, this is the way back. So let's go for a ride on the escalator. Yeah, so this is after hours. Mostly here is like the cleaning crews out here. They're here cleaning up and stuff. You know, getting everything together for the next day. I decided to come around this time because it wouldn't be as populated. I can also get some footage of it when it's populated. If you guys want. There's a hair salon right here. Like I said before, every place that you find here, you're gonna find multiples, right? You're gonna find multiples of each place. So if you don't like the pricing for one, you can go to another place. Essentially, with the exception of a grocery store, there's nothing I need to leave my condominium for at all. I don't have to go anywhere. Health, dental, visa, food, very affordable food. You know, you can also find healthy options. That's not no issue here. Also, one thing I wanted to point out too is that this mall side has a lot of, a whole lot of schools, language schools. They have, you know, I think there's like different tiers. There's like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I could follow up on that. But there are different tiers. I don't know if they necessarily call them tiers. That's how I heard them described. But they have different language schools here. Mostly Thai, English, and some foreign ones. I think there's a Chinese one in here too. But yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go up some more. I'm not gonna go up on all these floors. Like I said, it's 29 floors. I'm not gonna go up on all the floors, but we'll go up on enough so you guys can get an idea of what's all offered here, so you can see. It's a parking garage too, right here. You know, parking garage. This is one of the bigger language schools here, Liberty Global Language School, Language and Business School. A lot of these language schools are international, even though they teach Thai and English. A lot of them are international, right? So you might go into a language school, for example, right? This is Brit Education, right? UK. You might go in there and they're going to teach you English, but they're going to teach you, you know, UK English, you know. I don't know what this is, but it looks interesting. Looks like a job staffing, like a staffing agency. So, looks like a staffing agency. As you can see, yeah, so far. There's another school right there, Duke Language School. Duke Language School is one of the more famous ones, one of the more popular ones. I actually see, majority of students I see during the day, they go to Duke. I don't know if there's what's so unique about it, but that's the school they go to. Yeah. Golden Diamond Trading Agency, right here. Yeah. Golden Diamond Trading Agency. Yeah. Yeah. Cafe. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go to every floor. I'm not going to go, because like I said, most of the places are, you know, multiples of the same place. So, but yeah, there's a parking garage. If you had a car, if I had a vehicle, you know, I park there, I can go straight to the crib. I never have to leave for anything, you know. All right, I'm gonna head back down. I'm actually going to show you all those 2 bars that's in the lobby of my place. There's also a massage place that's right there too. Very nice massage place. I've actually got a massage there. It's a real massage place. It's not one of those happy ending places. Man. No freaky niggas over here. All right, guys. So now I'm about to give you a tour of the gym, the swimming pool, and the mailroom. 5th floor, 6th floor. So like I was saying before, a lot of these places you can't actually get to them unless you have key access. It says use key card. They're very, 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 very strict about you being able to access parts of the building. Now, I don't understand why they make it key card accessible to get to the bottom floor of the lobby, because I mean, it's kind of like stopping somebody from leaving, which is kind of crazy. I don't know. Thank you. Kapong ka. Yeah, I speak Thai. So this is the mail room, mail area. This is my mailbox over here. Yeah. Oh, there's something in there. Oh, what does that say? Paid. That's my mailbox. This is a child care center, actually, built into the condominium. I don't necessarily know the hours. Oh, here you go. 7 o'clock in the morning, 0700 hours to 2100 hours, which is 9 o'clock at night. Let's go through here. I'm just looking around. Thank you. Yeah, so this actually used to be a onsen that was advertised with the apartment, with the condominium, but it's not active anymore, but it was advertised. It's actually pretty big. I wish it was still open because it looks pretty nice. You know, as you can see, there's a massage and spa, and they do have little onsen in there, which is like I don't know, I think it's like the equivalent of like a little jacuzzi or something. I'm not really sure, but it's really great for recovery. But this is the pool. The pool is beautiful. Very beautiful. Yeah. They have an area where you can sit and chill. They have this area which is a little bit higher. This area actually is about almost 6 feet, about 5 feet, 5.5 almost. It's about 35 meters, so you get nice little laps in here. I get laps in here every now and then, not as consistent as I want to be, but you know, I make do. But yeah, this is really beautiful. As you can see, boom, you can swim. There's actually rooms above here, above the pool. So one time I was swimming, people were just looking down at me. I don't know. If you're into that kind of thing, I guess. There's also a running track around here, which is pretty neat. You can actually run some laps outside if you wanted to. It goes all the way around. Yeah. I'm not gonna go in the gym, but as you can see, the gym's pretty decent. It's a decent standard gym. There's cardio equipment in there. There's some dumbbells, you know, nothing too crazy in there. Kettlebells, there's a little stretch area. It's really good. It has its utility. You know, it's a simple little gym where you can get a simple workout in. It's nothing too crazy, nothing special. For the price, so I would say that for the price of rent, I would expect the gym to be a lot nicer. Also, to advertising the massage and spa in the onsen, and it doesn't work, or it's not active anymore. That's also kind of a disappointing, because that would be a great addition to, you know, living here. You know, having an area that is dedicated to some kind of recovery while you're here would be pretty dope. This is steam room, I believe. This is a sauna. It's in there. Oh, that dude's in there. My bad, bro. My bad, brother. But yeah, this is the 6th floor. You can actually get into this little area through the gym. So, as you can see, you leave your workout, you can go straight to the sauna or the steam room. Yeah. So no one else in the building that doesn't live on the 17th floor besides the workers can actually come to the top floor. Same with the gym and also the mail room. Why am I wearing shades inside the building? This is me, 10/7/28. Welcome in. So this is my condo. The Trinity condominium is approximately 90 square meters, I believe. I could be off about that. It's either 90 or 100, but it's somewhere in between. One thing that was very unique about this condo was the washer and dryer combo. I pretty much use it all the time. I get most of my clothes dry clean because I don't really like using the washer and dryer because the lint builds up, but you can clean the lint out, but it's much more easier to use the dry cleaning. But I mean, I still use it. I have a full sink, as you can see, lots of cabinets. There's plenty of space for cabinets. I got like just random stuff in there. Plates, pots, pans here. All the essentials, pancakes, honey, peanut butter, noodles, ramen. I also have a microwave, very nice microwave. And actually all the appliances here are actually brand new. They're all brand new appliances. I have an oven, so I'm still getting used to learning how to use this oven. But it's a full oven, cook anything in there. You know, that's really great because I like to cook. Fridge, freezer, you know. Gotta eat healthy, you know. Frozen salmon, 2 eggs, ground beef, and bags of ice. But you know, I'm stocked on water. That's probably one of the most essential things while you're living here in Thailand because it's always hot as hell. Also have it's like a conduction stove, I believe it's called. Induction stove, I probably said that wrong. But yeah, it only works with magnetized pots and pans. However, there's one thing you can use that doesn't matter if it's not magnetized, is a cast iron, which I love. I'm gonna show you my cast iron. So I couldn't bring my cast iron home from the States because it would, you know, make my luggage a lot heavier and I have to pay a fee. But I bought this one here, and I'm really proud of this. Really proud of my cast iron. All right. So next, this is the living room, the dining room ever, actually. Very open area. As you can see, like, you know, got windows up here. It's actually windows to the upstairs bedrooms, you know, which is pretty cool. But it's very open. This whole area is very open. We'll go out on the balcony soon, but you guys see that beautiful view. That's one of the best selling points of this whole experience is the view. Here is the living room. Now, this place already came slightly furnished. The furnishings were not necessarily brand new. That also plays a role into what you pay in your price. So you guys want to keep that in mind. If you get a place that is fully furnished and it actually has brand new everything, they're probably going to charge you more. As you can see, the table is not that new, but you know, it has utility, it works, it gets the job done for whatever I need it. The bed is actually a pull-out couch. So this is actually advertised as a 2-bedroom apartment, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, because this place, this part actually turns into a bedroom. We can actually close this. Here. See? So yeah, so this place actually turns into a bedroom in its own space. And there's actually 2 ways you can go outside. Here, right there, and you can actually go out right here. Yeah, so we'll be doing that later. But yeah, I'm probably gonna edit that out. I've literally never opened that door before, and for some reason, I'm recording a video and I decided to fucking try to open it now. Bad idea, right? But look, yeah, so this is a little something I put together, right? So when I first moved in here, I didn't like the way a lot of this stuff looked, but I tapped into my inner Martha Stewart and I separated these things, and I just like the way it looks. I don't know what it means. I don't know. I like the way it looks though. All right, so this is storage closet. There's a bunch of random stuff in there. I actually put a lot of stuff that was out here in there because I didn't like the furniture. This is the bathroom. It is a full bathroom. Come here, take a look. Full bathroom, nice little sink. Now, this shower is actually bigger than my shower upstairs. I actually enjoy this shower more. I'm actually kind of like, you know, salty that this shower is bigger than the shower upstairs, but you know, it is what it is. All right, hold on, man. Let's take a look on the balcony. So this is the balcony. Now it's a pretty sizable balcony. As you can see, it starts from over here to well over here. You can actually have, I can actually have a decent amount of friends over, considering, you know, most of the actual size apartments here in Bangkok or condominiums. As you can see, you look over there, those balconies are not that big at all, you know? And they probably don't pay that much more than me. But as you can see, like I have a big balcony. I can actually have something out here. I'm actually thinking about buying a smoker and putting it out here, you know? But look at this view. Look how beautiful this is. Yeah. It's amazing. So I know a lot of people have questions about how to actually find somewhere to stay while you're here. So I actually did, I found my place through unconventional means. All right, I found it on Facebook Marketplace, but I did not visit it before I purchased it. All right, so while I would not recommend that to be your main method of finding a place, I will say that I made connections with people before I got here, so they actually walked through the place for me. They actually did a tour with the realtor, and they checked the place out to make sure it wasn't a scam, to make sure that it was a real place and that I wasn't gonna get, you know, finessed. And I saw the videos and also pictures, and I actually talked to the realtor while I was in contact with the individual who walked through for me. So that's one way that you can do it, especially if you find a nice place that's too good to be true, with really great amenities, really great location, and also a really great price, and you want to lock it in. A lot of the realtors and landlords will actually work deals out with you. I actually paid a fee for them to hold this place for me before I got here, and when I got here, I actually got a discount on my first month's rent. You know, so like basically like they're helping me and I'm helping them. They got the place off the market, and I got a place that I got locked in 3 months before I even moved here. So, and I didn't have to pay rent for those 3 months. So they basically, there was 2 months of rent that wasn't paid that they didn't have me pay, and they basically obviously the fee that I paid, the down payment to hold the place, they obviously kept that. I'm not getting that back, but it was well worth it. So I lucked up. That's one thing I would say is definitely network with people before you get out here. I would say trustworthy people, so that way you can, you know, do things like that. I'm truly grateful. I really love it. All right, let's go back inside. So yeah, this is the downstairs portion. As you can see, everything. Oh, also, one thing I want to show you guys is, now my place has three air systems, right? One right here, and there's actually one upstairs. One thing you're going to be very mindful of is your electricity bill. And in a place like this, so I'm not going to tell you, I'll tell you guys at the end of the video how much my first month's electricity bill was. I'm actually ashamed, but I'll tell you guys. But yeah, so one thing that my condo has is central air. So the central air actually fills up the entire place versus the normal air systems where they stick outside the wall and they're units that you got to plug up mostly. Central air is built inside, you know, through air ducts. So it just fills up the whole place. And it actually gets cold really fast, like really fast. You'll come from outside where it's probably like 96 degrees, real feel, probably like 105. And you'll come in here and it's like polar opposite. All right. So next we're gonna go upstairs. Yeah, so this is a bedroom. As you can see, full-size mirror. This is one of the parts of the video when I did the virtual tour that actually also made me want to buy this place. I just like both of these mirrors. 2 full-size mirrors. There's actually another mirror on this side over here, as you can see. So it's another mirror. Yeah, so it's 3 mirrors. Yeah, that's really cool. The closet. Yeah, all my stuff in there pretty much. Shoes, linens, towels, my CPAP because I have a thick neck, extra pillows. These are some of my clothes, not all of them. You know, not all my clothes in there. It's actually packed. Most of my clothes for my trip to Paris and Turkey. But yeah, as you can see, pretty much here. Yeah, big closet, a lot of space. You can actually put a lot of things in here. I know a lot of people were telling me before I got here, they were like, you don't need to have all of these clothes, you don't need to have all this. When you come here, you know what I'm saying, you just need a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. One thing I would say is that I packed all my clothes and I have not regretted packing all my clothes. That's one thing. Number two, everyone has different agendas, I should say, or different things that they want to do while they're living abroad. I'm not gonna always be in Bangkok. I want to travel to other places too, so I need a wardrobe in order to travel to other places, because I don't want to go everywhere just wearing t-shirts and shorts. However, if you're just going to be here in a city, or you know, in Pattaya or Phuket, you know, those places like that, Chiang Mai, t-shirts and shorts would be great, you know. But if you're like me, you're going to be moving around, like traveling around, not moving around, you definitely want to have more clothes. So this closet serves that purpose. I have more than enough space for all of my clothes. You know, here goes bathroom. Typical male bathroom, you know, not that much going on. I usually have my skincare products and everything on there, but like I said, I packed up because I'm, you know, headed out tomorrow, so everything's pretty much packed up. One thing I don't like about this bathroom, the shower heads, you can actually change those out. I don't like how these are more, you know, the handles that you take off and you spray, you hit yourself with. I don't like that. I like the ones that actually drop from the top. So I'm thinking about making that renovation myself. There's plenty of ways you can do it yourself. I'm probably gonna do it myself, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is another great view. This is the top floor view, as you can see. You can see pretty much everything from there. I never close my blinds. I never close my blinds. I keep them open. I like waking up in the morning to sunlight. That's also a very great thing. Waking up around 6:45 to sunlight. Sometimes coming home to sunlight because I haven't been asleep all night. But yeah, this is it. As you can see, this is everything. So the moment you all been waiting for. So my monthly rent is approximately 40,000 baht. I'll put the conversions on the screen. My first month's electric bill was 10,850 baht. Now, I'll put the conversion for that on the screen as well, but I know exactly how much that was. That was $332. All right, so I'm gonna tell you, my first month living here, I literally left the AC on in every room, in every place. And that was my biggest downfall because I was tired of being hot, tired of having to take 2 showers a day and sweating, so I had to figure out how to leave the AC on, and I was like, it's Thailand, it's cheap, it won't be that much. I was wrong, all right, it was not cheap. So I learned from my mistakes. Next month, my electric bill is not gonna be that high. But I'll definitely put the conversions for that on the screen. My water bill was probably like $10, maybe $10 or $12. I'm not sure, but the water bill is always the cheapest. Yeah, so that was it. Also, my monthly grocery bills come out to about $70. If you shop at some of the open air markets, if you go at the right times when they first put out a lot of the meat and the produce, when it's really fresh, you can get really good deals. I mean, you can get almost 3 pounds of chicken for 100 baht. That's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. And most of the food here, well, the majority of the food here, unless it's shipped imported here from other countries, it's authentic food, it's real food. They don't have a lot of pesticides and different things on it. They don't use growth hormones, so your food actually expires. I bought some ground beef and chicken that said it didn't expire for like the next 4 days, and it was expired the next day. And I had it in the refrigerator. So I learned my lesson. When you have food out here, if you grocery shop and you don't wanna waste food and money, you're gonna have to put it in the freezer. So you're gonna be thawing out all of your meat. All I eat is beef, chicken, and fish, so that's pretty much, but you're gonna have to thaw out your meat. That's the only way you're gonna be able to preserve it for amount of time, because it's gonna expire. It's gonna expire, because it's real food, it's authentic food. Produce, there's carts all over the street all the time, so you can always buy fresh produce. That's not hard at all, but also a lot of the markets do have really good fresh produce. But yeah, so my rent is about 40,000 baht. My electric bill this coming up month is definitely going to be lower than 10,850 baht. That shit hurt, I'm not going to hold you. My grocery bill each month is about $90, $90. And that's excluding eating out. So I'm not gonna even tell you how much. Okay, eating out, I actually don't track it. Because I actually, believe it or not, I don't eat out a lot. But it's actually extremely cheap to eat out. But also too, I'm a creature of habit. So when I do eat out, I eat chicken and rice. I order chicken and rice. The vendor that does it, they literally, it's a Chinese style chicken and rice. They actually make boiled chicken and they use the broth to cook the rice. And then they bring you broth also. So you can throw the chicken and the rice in the broth. It's so delicious. It's delicious and it's nutritious and it's inexpensive. It literally costs like $5. And $5 for, about 9 ounces of chicken, and probably like a cup of rice. So it's really great. Yeah, that's about it. Can't think of any other expenses that I have. Oh, I mean, your phone bill, which is super cheap depending on what carrier you have. A lot of people have their carriers from back home in their home of country, their country of origin. They have their phone carriers. I have Mint Mobile and I also have True Wireless. True Wireless is a cell phone service provider out here in Bangkok. I actually use them, but I have Mint Mobile, so when I travel outside of Thailand, not necessarily to other Southeast Asian countries, but like if I'm going to Europe or the Middle East or different places, Mint Mobile works perfect there. And you can get 3 months or even a year plan. It's inexpensive. That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, gym. So a lot of gyms will charge you like $500 for a year, which is not bad. $500 for a year, it's actually not bad. Some gyms charge you about $500, some $600. Some will give you rates for 6 months, some will give you rates for 3 months or a month or a week or a day. Yeah, so my gym, I paid that when I got here, and I paid that straight out. So I don't make any more payments on it. I just paid it straight out. It's about $600 to go to Muscle Factory. So yeah, but yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and have a great day.